Parenting is the hardest and most rewarding job in the world. We bring these tiny humans into our lives, and suddenly our hearts are walking around outside our bodies. We want to do everything right, give our children the best start, and make them feel deeply loved and secure. But life is messy and complicated. The world moves fast, work deadlines, endless emails, laundry, dinner, homework, bedtime. We juggle a dozen roles: chef, chauffeur, nurse, teacher, CEO of the household. It's easy to get lost in the doing of parenting, focusing on tasks and schedules. We believe checking all the boxes makes us good parents, and in many ways it does. But here's the challenge. We can be in the same room as our child, but our minds are elsewhere. We're thinking about work, planning tomorrow, or scrolling through our phones. Our bodies are present, but our minds and hearts are not. This isn't a sign of being a bad parent. It's a sign of being human in a demanding world. Every parent does this. We get caught up in the whirlwind of modern life and sometimes forget what our children need most. It's not a perfect house or the latest toy. What our children crave most is our focused, loving attention. They need to feel seen, heard, and valued by us. Recognizing this is the first step toward powerful change. The real gift we give our children isn't perfection, it's presence. When we slow down and truly connect, we give them the security and confidence to thrive. Even a few moments of genuine attention can make all the difference. Parenting isn't about doing it all. It's about being there, really being there when it matters. That's the deepest truth about parenting, and it's never too late to start. The number one parenting mistake? Being physically present but emotionally absent. It's sitting with your child while answering emails or pushing them on a swing while listening to a podcast. You're there, but not really there. This isn't your fault. Our culture is built on distraction. Phones buzz, work follows us home, and the pressure to multitask is immense. We're conditioned to always be doing something, and just being present can feel wasteful. Partial attention has become our default. We think our kids don't notice, but they do. Children are experts at sensing emotional connection. They feel the difference between a fully engaged parent and one who's just going through the motions. They might act out, become clingy, or quietly retreat. The good news? We can change this. It doesn't require a life overhaul. Small, intentional shifts in our routines can make a huge difference. Carve out tiny pockets of time to be fully present. The quality of our attention matters more than the quantity of time. We can learn to put down distractions and truly connect, one moment at a time. This is a skill, and we can get better at it with practice. Your presence is what your child will remember. Start with one small change today. When we're truly present, we tell our children, "You matter." This is the foundation of healthy self-esteem, not praise or achievements, but our undivided attention. When a child feels worthy of our focus, they internalize that belief. If we're distracted, the message becomes, "Something else is more important than me." Children interpret the world through their experiences. Competing with a screen for our gaze can make them feel invisible. Our emotional presence also teaches them how to handle big feelings. When we're calm and steady, they learn emotions are manageable. If we're checked out, they're left to manage alone, which can be scary. Think of your presence as their anchor in life's storms. When they feel connected, they feel safe and secure to explore the world. This secure attachment predicts their future well-being. Your presence is the most powerful gift you can give. Be their anchor, just by being there. Here's a simple strategy: the do-nothing date. Spend 5 minutes with your child, doing whatever they want with your full attention. No teaching, correcting, or multitasking. Just be a curious, delighted participant in their world. Say, "I have 5 minutes and they're all for you. What should we do?" Let your child lead. Maybe it's showing you a rock collection or having a dance party. The activity doesn't matter, your presence does. Put your phone away, turn off the TV, and let go of your to-do list. Narrate what you see without judgment. You're stacking the blue block on the red one. This shows you're truly seeing them and respecting their process. Schedule this 5-minute date daily, after work, before bedtime, whenever works. Consistency matters more than duration. 5 minutes of focused attention every day is more powerful than an hour of distracted time. Your child will cherish this ritual. It tells them, "No matter how busy we are, I'll always make time for you." This small habit can transform your relationship. Try it today. See the difference. Connection starts with just 5 minutes. Our phones are the biggest obstacle to being present. They're designed to steal our attention, so create intentional phone-free time. Put your phone in a timeout. Designate phone-free zones like the dinner table. Make it a family rule. No devices during meals. Use the first 30 minutes after coming home to reconnect, not check your phone. Create a physical home for your phone, a charging station or a box by the door. Out of sight, out of mind. Tell your kids, I'm putting my phone away so I can give you all my attention. This validates their feelings and models healthy habits. Prioritize people over screens. Show them with your actions. Take back control of your attention, one moment at a time. Emotional presence means connecting with your child's inner world. Become a feelings detective. Look past behavior to the feelings underneath. All behavior is communication. When your child acts out, ask, what are they feeling? What do they need? If your child hits, pause and wonder, are they jealous, frustrated, or sad? Name the feeling. It looks like you were angry when your brother took your toy. It's okay to feel angry, but not to hit. Naming feelings, name it to tame it, helps kids make sense of big emotions. It shows empathy and validates their experience. You don't have to be perfect, just curious and open. Even if you guess wrong, you've opened the door for connection. This builds emotional intelligence and trust. Kids learn feelings aren't good or bad, they're just information. Move beyond managing behavior. Build connection. Give your child the gift of emotional literacy. Here's a bonus tip, the 5-to-1 connection ratio. For every negative or corrective interaction, aim for 5 positive ones. Positive moments are smiles, hugs, encouragement, or a 5-minute date. Too many corrections without enough positives can make kids feel disconnected. Be intentional about making positive deposits in your relationship bank account. Look for small opportunities. A smile, a hug, a kind word. These moments add up, creating warmth and goodwill. Don't try to do everything at once. Pick one new thing to try this week. Maybe it's a do-nothing date, a phone-free dinner, or being a feelings detective. Small, consistent changes lead to lasting transformation. You're already on the right path by caring enough to try. Remember, you've got this. Your presence is enough.